Hi everyone, today I just got the Thrustmaster T-Flight Hotas 4. Hotas stands for hands on throttle and stick. It's exactly what I used to have in my Rafale. And what are we gonna do? I was a naval aviator. We're gonna give a try at the Flight Simulator Challenge. We're gonna try to land the F-18 just like in Top Gun on the pitching deck of an aircraft carrier. But we won't be using any automation. We're gonna try to use the throttle and the stick and see if it's precise. Okay, so that's the throttle, and on top of the throttle, I also have the rudder, which is insanely useful because sometimes when you have some wind, some drift, you're gonna need the rudder, and kicking the rudder at low speed is extremely efficient on an F-18. Oh, nice. I do have the rudder here as well, so that's cool. We'll see if it's plug and play. It is detected, and let's keep the default settings. I have never flown this approach like this, and I'm gonna pull out some of the cable. There you go. There you go. So let's have a look at my setting right here. So I'm gonna have here, I've got the throttle. Here, I've got the stick. Okay, so we're ready to go. I'm gonna click on start the flight. And our goal is to land on the pitching deck of the aircraft carrier. We'll try to get one of those wires. We'll try to maintain the best AOA, angle of attack. And what I really like to do is usually to hold my forearm. It enables me to be much more precise. So it's my first time ever using it, and let's see how it goes. And let's do it like this. Okay, so the aircraft carrier is over there. Let's try to find the sweet spot in terms of speed. I'm at 107 knots, not good. So I'm gonna try to find a sweet spot in terms of energy. So what you wanna keep is your E bracket, and you don't wanna put the velocity vector too low. Keep in mind, the boat should be moving forward, but it doesn't look like he's very fast. Okay, here comes the I-floss, the ball. So what you want to do is you want to fly that ball. You want to keep your AOA. In real life, you would aim for something ahead of the aircraft as it's advancing. And now we're going to try to keep our AOA, our lineup, and our glide path. So it's line up, AOA, glide path. There we go. Very gentle. As you can see, I'm doing very slim corrections. And as you're getting closer, it is becoming more sensitive. Okay, I'm getting a bit too low. Correcting. So you want to correct and counter-correct right afterwards. Okay, watch out for the lineup. My lineup isn't good. Correcting, coming down a bit too much. Correction, right for lineup, becoming high, don't settle, and full power. And on deck. Let's see what it says first time. And we have 1.22. So now let's debrief. So trajectory 90, okay. AOA 64. Precision first cable. So what could we make better? Okay, so I settled a bit. Ball moved a bit in close. So now I'm gonna change a couple things. I'm gonna try to be more stable toward the end. I'm a bit tricked, it's a bit weird because I don't feel like the boat is moving really. So I'm gonna do it again, as you can see with the Hotas. Doing very small, precise corrections really helps us. So that's really what you want to keep. Be careful with the cables, make sure it's as stable as possible. Set up yourself in a way where you can really be precise. And that's what you're striving for, precisions. Slow movements and precision at all time. So initially, moving my throttle, and then as you can see, trying to find that sweet spot, enabling me to do micro corrections. So right now we're a bit low, so I'm going to correct. How do I correct? I need some extra power, and then I can put my nose up a bit. So I'm very far away, so it's going to take some time. Did my correction, I'm going to counter correct. My lineup it won't be perfect, so I'm making a correction. And if you want to have 2 million out of the score, what you want to do is auto throttle. You just turn the auto throttle on, it's going to change your world. Okay, so close to the burble, 120 knots, on speed. That's the tricky part, that's where it sank. You see how it's sinking? And full power. And on board. Throttling back. And what he's saying. So trajectory is good. And got the cable one again. Okay, so third attempt, and this time we're gonna be doing a mix between using the head-up display and using the meatball. So it's what we call the visor technique, the head-up display technique. And first we're gonna maneuver the aircraft to be lined up. AOA is stable. Want to use what we call the E bracket. And then we're gonna have to line up perfectly with the meatball. Slightly high is best. As we're gonna get in close, what's really gonna make a difference is we won't be chasing the ball compared to last time. Didn't work out well for us. Yet I think you really wanna maintain on speed, otherwise you're gonna get punished and you won't be able to catch a wire. What we got so far was wires number 1, meaning we're too low. So we wanna try to aim for, on the French carrier, wire number 2. US carrier, usually if it has 4 wires, wire number 3. So lined up, AOA, and glide slope is good. We want to mitigate the size of our movements now. I want to make them very gentle. Hotas really gives you a good position for that. And we'll have to make some final in-close, as we say, corrections. So slightly to the left. Bear in mind, every time you're putting some roll in, it's costing you a bit of altitude. Okay, watch out for the close. Okay, and when you develop it, and full power. There you go, safe on deck. So what about this one? 1719er. There you go. So we adapted, we debriefed, we've trying to find what our error was, and we implemented change. So we had trajectory 86% of the time. We could do better. We had 100% on AOA, so that's very precise, very easy to do with the Hotas. And in terms of precision, we got cable number 2. I would have rather had cable number 3, but I'll tell you what, enough for this one. 3 attempts. The idea was we do something, we try to debrief. By dichotomy, we're going to change something. Initially following the ball too much on close deciding to be more gentle in the closing part on the very short final side for the third attempt, giving us a much better performance. So I hope you enjoyed it. My first time using this, no excuse. Yes, I know usually I do use this one, but we'll give it a try with it maybe in another video. Fly safe. If you want to tag Thrustmaster on your attempts, I'll have a look and enjoy.